It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Denver Nuggets. Opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. Baseline drive. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
De'Aaron Fox has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 72%. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Can't connect from in close. Murray into the front court. His team up by 1. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Harrison Barnes. Wayne Dedmon rocking the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To Jokic. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Barnes to Hield. Nuggets have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
To Jokic. Oh, emphatic slam.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
De'Aaron Fox. Nuggets have the possession. Probing the defense. Just off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
De'Aaron Fox. Runner's good there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Fox with it. Now down 6. To Bagley. Buddy Hield. To Barnes. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Jokic. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Denver's got it. To Millsap. They go to Jokic, down low. Oh, Nikola Jokic. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court, it's Fox, trailing by 4. He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws. Miles Bridges to Jokic. Knocks it down from mid-range. Fox across the timeline. Down 6. To Hield. Driving right to the basket. Buddy Hield. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Not that time. Fox into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Time for some new personnel into the game. With the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Fox with it. Down 8. To Hield. Barnes here against Jeremy Grant. Deep 2 there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
The pass taken away by the Kings. Barnes. Murray into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. It's the Kings now with the ball. Harrison Barnes. 2 of 4 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Screen coming. And the finish. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Nothing going here on that drive. Buddy Hield to Harrison Barnes. Spinning shot won't fall.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Nuggets with the basketball. Martin. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
I got him. Here we go.
To Hield.
I got your help.
And it's rebounded by the Nuggets. Barton. Can't miss those. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead.
I got him. Here we go.
Short jumper stays out. From the painted area, won't go down. Baseline drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
From long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Bogdanovich sizing up Jeremy Grant. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. Second effort. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. And the Nuggets feeling good right now. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. That's a 5-second violation. A razor to the basket, but he can't get it to go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Kings have the basketball. foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Costa Kufos trying to cash in on a three-point play. History not on his side. 58% from the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play, and the lead back down to 12. Nuggets have the possession. To Miles Bridges. Navigating through traffic. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Murray with the basketball. Lead stands at 10. To Miles Bridges. Martin. Jamal Murray. No good. That's great defense. Slam dunk.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
It's Denver's ball.
Screen come on your left.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jamal Murray at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 89%. The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Joseph with it. He'll run the offense. Short jumper off the mark.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Joseph with it. Down 12. Picked up by the Nuggets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice pass to set things up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nuggets have it. To Bagley. For 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Jokic. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Cashes in for 2.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Joseph with it. His guys currently down by 13. Nikola Jokic with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Sacramento ball.
I got ball. That's me.
To Bagley. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Almost unlucky bounce. And count the basket inside. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for Sacramento.
Deep left corner. To Millsap. From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Millsap. Miles Bridges. Jokic, defended by Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza, able to recover with the block. Joseph with it, trailing by 11.
Hands up. Hands up.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Murray's shot won't fall. Gets a look, can't hit. Nothing going here on that drive. Jokic. Gary Harris rejects it. Denver ball right now. Miles Bridges to Jokic. Miles Bridges down low. Jokic to Millsap. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Not going down for him this time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Here comes the screen. Down low, Ariza. And the finish. Jay, it counts for 2, but that was pretty.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game for the Nuggets.
Barton to Miles Bridges. No good. Here comes the screen. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Barton into the front court. It's an 11-point game. No, I missed a short one there. To Bagley. From the painted area, won't go down. To Miles Bridges.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Kings with the ball.
You're on the island now.
To Barnes. Over to the right side. Buddy Hield to Harrison Barnes. The drive right to the basket. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Barton into the front court. Lead is 12. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic to Millsap. Oh, Millsap. 2 of 4 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Farrell can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
That's me. I got ball.
To Bagley. Barnes. To Hield. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. 15-footer at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Nuggets entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets. The Kings have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Steals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Murray with it. His guys holding the big lead. To Millsap. Shot from in close, no good.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Miles Bridges. They get it down to Millsap. Good look that time, but off the mark.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
To Jokic. Here comes the screen. They'll work it down to Millsap. Turns and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Barnes to Fox. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Murray into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Short jumper off the mark.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
To Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nikola Jokic. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Shot by Fox, no good. The pass stolen by Sacramento.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Jokic. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Here comes the screen. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Jokic. Here comes the screen. To Jokic. And the Kings secure the rebound. Barnes to Fox. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Barnes to Hield. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox. Paul Millsap sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Miles Bridges. Five to shoot. Jamal Murray. Off the mark. No good.
His scoring has definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Screen coming. Barnes to Fox. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Murray with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Miles Bridges. Trying to cash in. And he knocks it down, Jay.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Barnes to Bagley. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Jokic. And scores. Strong take. Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Hield. Harrison Barnes. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Able to convert inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Buddy Hield to Harrison Barnes. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Goes to the right side. Can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Screen coming. Jokic to Miles Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you.
Barnes to Bagley. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Jokic. They get it down to Millsap. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
It goes down. Nuggets have the possession. Barton to Jokic. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Jokic to Will Barton. And the rebound pulled in by the Kings. Barnes to Hield. Defense making the ball handler work. Paul Millsap sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Now whistle. Timeout for Denver as the coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Visit the website for your chance to win.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Sacramento.
To Will Barton.
Come right, come right.
The pass taken away by the Kings. Count it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Murray with it. His team leads it by 10. Martin picked up by Ariza. And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Nothing going here on that drive. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Nuggets enjoying a nice cushion. The Kings have the best. basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Murray into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Trying to cash in. Step back jumper.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Fox. Here comes the screen. Has a chance, and he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Two for two on that trip. Denver's got it. To Will Barton. Denver with 4 to shoot. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Jokic. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. No good. Defense catching a break there. Into the front court. It's Fox. His guys down by 9. And look out.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, or your body controls everything. Be able to speak. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
The pass set it all up.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Picked up by the Nuggets. Got it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
The assist from number 5, De'Aaron Fox.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I don't know if there's too many games in a row, not enough rest time, but it looks like the defense is stuck in the mud. Heavy legs never equals great D.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for the Sacramento Kings, number 40, Harrison Barnes.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. Miles Bridges. The shot by Murray, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Harrison Barnes at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Nuggets with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. For 3. Cleans it up. Short jumper won't fall. Fox across the timeline. His guy's down 11. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
De'Aaron Fox. Couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Martin into the front court. The lead stands at 9. To Miles Bridges. They'll work it down to Millsap. It was right there.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox. You've got to get that one to go. Has a look. Bagley there for the board. Fox into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Barnes to Fox. Nikola Jokic with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Can't connect from inside.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the ring.
Here comes the screen. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Barnes to Bagley. And the basket good at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Barnes around the perimeter. Barnes to Fox. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Fox with it, trailing by 14. Great look and vision. Marvin Bagley with the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
To Miles Bridges. Jokic. And the rebound comes down to Sacramento. Into the front court. It's Fox. Down 12. To Bagley. Almost. And he's not getting the call. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Barton. They go to Jokic. Down low. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. De'Aaron Fox. To Bagley. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Count the basket at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Down low for Barnes. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
To Jokic. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jokic. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Deep two there. Won't go. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. Nuggets have it. It's the Nuggets who come away victorious as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Nuggets.